Now, it's one of the biggest fundraisers of the year in our area. How the Boys and Girls Clubs of Dane County is still putting on a star-studded show amid the pandemic. And an FAA investigation is underway after engine failure leaves plane debris scattered over a Colorado neighborhood. Thanks for joining News 3 Now at 10. I'm Amanda Quintano. We'll get to our top stories in just a moment, but we have an alert day in the forecast for some snow tomorrow. Let's head outside for a look at your first warn weather with meteorologist Dana Fulton. Hey, Dana.
Hey, right now things are quiet on the patio. Some cloud coverage building in for us tonight, but the bulk of this is really going to develop for tomorrow afternoon. So here's a look at our Doppler track currently. Again, things pretty quiet in southern Wisconsin. You have to go a little further off to the west to see any light snow coming down right now. Our temperatures are going to hold pretty steady overnight. We're at 20 in Madison. We'll only drop a few more degrees overnight with that cloud coverage building in. Compared to this time yesterday, quite a jump for our temperatures. 20 degrees warmer currently in Boscobel. Now, overnight again, those steady temps. The light snow develops for tomorrow afternoon and evening. About 1 to 3 inches expected for tomorrow. Seasonable temperatures for Sunday and Monday, and then it gets a little milder outside. We'll see temps above 40s this week. We'll take a closer look at your full forecast in just a few minutes.
When the Dane County Boys and Girls Club first started planning its 2021 Helping Hearts fundraiser last year, the word coronavirus wasn't on anyone's mind. Adam Duxter explains how tonight they adapted to continue serving the community.
Well, the preparation started early Saturday morning at the Sylvie in downtown Madison.
This is our first foray into something of this size and magnitude.
It was all for an event no one would end up coming to.
Welcome to Boys and Girls Clubs of Dane County.
At least in person.
How can we highlight our youth? How can we recognize community leaders who have stepped up so much during this pandemic? And we came up with this virtual event.
The annual Helping Hearts Gala, which in years past has raised hundreds of thousands, building playgrounds and paying for school programs, forced to go entirely virtual this year.
There's been so many unknowns, throughout this pandemic, and, there's so many unknowns still moving forward. I think that we see a need.
With the goal of raising $300,000 in just an hour and a half's time. Tonight's event featured virtual performances by hip-hop legend Dougie Fresh, awards for community leaders, even a talent show with a $5,000 cash prize. Organizers say this past year, the donations have gone to help more than ever before.
Paying rent, buying medicine, college students who were stranded away at college and couldn't get home. When you're giving to Boys and Girls Club, you are supporting all of those programs that we do in the community.
And while they're hopeful by next year, the gala can be in person once more. Leaders with the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County aren't waiting until then to make a difference.
The funds that we raise tonight keeps our clubs open. It keeps a safe place for youth to go, where they can learn about technology, where they can prepare to go to high school and prepare to go to college.
In Madison, Adam Duxter, News 3 Now.
While tonight's event is over, you can find more ways to help support the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County on our website, channel3000.com. UW-Madison is reporting a decrease in new coronavirus cases, but there are still concerns of a spike in infections among students and staff, both on and off campus. The most recent data available on the university's online dashboard is from Thursday. That's when there were 73 new cases, including 67 students. That comes after 2 straight days earlier this week, where there were more than 100 combined cases between students and employees. University officials say the way to fight this week's surge is for everyone to do their part.
When we see a spike, it's an opportunity for us to just be a little bit more vigilant, a little bit more careful, just for this period, and make that habit forming, and then we'll start to see those cases come down.
University officials say if the trend continues, they could end up making students in certain residence halls test every other day, as well as limit access to certain buildings for everyone. Cases across Wisconsin continue to trend down tonight. The state is averaging 624 new cases a day over the past week. That's the lowest average since mid-July. 17 more people have died, while almost 14% of the state's population has received at least 1 dose of a COVID vaccine. Local officials are still asking the public to do what it can to slow the spread of the virus after a COVID-19 variant was detected in Dane County. County leaders say the person who tested positive for the UK variant has no recent travel history outside the U.S. The strain was first identified in Wisconsin last month. It's believed to be more contagious and spread more rapidly than the original strain of COVID-19. More than 60 million doses of coronavirus vaccines have been administered, but many people still have questions about the shot. This week, we sat down with UW Health's Dr. Jeff Pothoff, asking him questions people in our area have about the vaccine. One of those questions was about the vaccine's efficacy. Dr. Pothoff says stopping COVID-19 symptoms entirely is not the main goal of the vaccine. Instead, they're meant to prevent severe cases of the virus.
If I have to choose between maybe I have cold-like symptoms and I don't die to rolling the dice with a COVID infection, of course it's a no-brainer. Get whatever vaccine is available to you.
You can find more of our conversation with Dr. Pothoff and the answers to the rest of our questions about the vaccine on our website, channel3000.com. A United Airlines passenger jet headed to Honolulu landed safely in Denver after suffering engine failure today, moments after takeoff. There was also concern on the ground as parts of that plane fell around neighborhoods just miles away. CBS News' Danya Bacchus has more.
United Flight 328 turned back safely to Denver after suffering an engine failure and dropping debris on the ground below shortly after takeoff.
Departure United 328 Heavy Mayday aircraft just experienced engine failure, needed to turn immediately.
The pilot can be heard on air traffic recordings issuing a mayday and saying aircraft is heavy. This video posted on social media apparently shows the engine on fire. The Boeing 777 en route to Honolulu returned to Denver International Airport, where it was met by emergency crews as a precaution. The incident sparked initial alarm as parts of the aircraft rained down on Broomfield, Colorado, just over 20 miles from the airport.
As soon as I got a clear look at it, I could tell it was the front end of an engine, a jet engine, and my first thought was that the whole plane was coming down. You know, you just don't think that that big of a hunk of engine is going to come off.
Parts landed in yards, on a ball field in the street in a few neighborhoods, and apparently through the roof of a home.
The debris was so far and wide. If you find debris in your home, near your home, in your neighborhood, please don't touch it. Please don't move it. Just leave it there. Call dispatch.
The jet plane was carrying 231 passengers and 10 crew members. No injuries were reported on board or on the ground. The National Transportation Safety Board has opened an investigation. Danya Bacchus, CBS News.
Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg says that the incident is very concerning at a time he wants to maximize a sense of safety for an industry needing financial support. We're learning more tonight about the UW-Madison graduate who died in this week's plane crash in Janesville. In addition to being a founding member of the Madison-based Four Lakes chapter of Women in Aviation, Remington Vinny was part of the Wisconsin Air National Guard. The Madison-based 115th Fighter Wing says Staff Sergeant Remington K. Vinny began her military journey in 2013. She enlisted as a crew chief assigned to work with the 115th. In 2018, she transitioned to command and control operations, working full-time in the command post. In a Facebook post, the 115th Fighter Wing said it was no secret that Vinny had a passion for flying and that she strove to exceed in her life and her career. They called her a model American airman who was loved by many and will be greatly missed. Last night, the Rock County Medical Examiner identified Vinny and the other person killed in the crash, 25-year-old Tanner Byholm of Glidden up in Ashland County, was also on board. Both Byholm and Vinny were pronounced dead at the crash site about a mile from the Southern Wisconsin Regional Airport. The FAA and NTSB are investigating. This week, Governor Tony Evers unveiled his $91 billion budget proposal. It includes a long list of liberal policies that legislative Republicans have said are non-starters. But as Evers told our Naomi Coles this week, he believes some of his plans will get passed.
I think they're for these things. You know, the Bucky's promise and getting low-income people to have tuition free across the state. I can't believe they're against that. And so let's get together and have them start doing their work.
We'll have more of our exclusive interview with Governor Evers tomorrow morning on For the Record. That starts at 10:30 right here on WISC TV. President Biden made an unscheduled stop at the Watergate today to visit with Bob Dole. The 97-year-old recently announced that he was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. Dole was the Republican candidate for president in 1996. He served as a Kansas senator for nearly 30 years. He was also one of the first Republicans to acknowledge Biden won the 2020 election. When asked about today's meeting, Biden said Dole was, quote, doing well. Former President Trump is expected to make his first public appearance since leaving the White House next weekend. CNN is reporting Trump will speak at the Conservative Political Action Conference in Orlando. Trump will talk about the future of the Republican Party and the conservative movement. He hasn't made a public speech since he left the White House 1 month ago today on January 20th. In more local news, after COVID cut their season short, Middleton High School hockey players came together to find a meaning larger than the game. 20 teams hit the ice this afternoon to honor Noah Sanger and his victory over cancer. Sanger beat his battle in March of 2020 after 3.5 years of treatment. Organizers say the Super Noah fundraiser would not have been possible without the support from the community.
I'm just extremely grateful for everyone that's put the time, energy, and money into this event to make it what it is.
The teams raised $15,000 for today's event. They plan to continue the annual fundraiser to honor Noah and spread cancer awareness. There's more to come on News 3 now at 10. Dana has your first one forecast. Plus, President Biden declares a major disaster after winter storms in Texas. How soon the power might be back on through the state. Next.
A truck ran a red light and slammed into Liz's car.
As soon as we got out of the hospital, we called Gruber Law Offices immediately.
One call, that's all.
They were phenomenal. They got our life back on track, and I couldn't be any more happier.
You may not know them. The coffee shop owner who knows your order. The couple who saves your seats. The family down the street who greets you with a smile. They've been there for you. Now you can be there for them. Donate today and help our friends and neighbors keep their power on.
Dear all-wheel drive, I'm your new co-pilot, Camry. Let's show the road what we've got. Snowy streets, we're coming for you. Icy grip, we're holding tight. Wintry mix, safety's the name of our game. Steady, Camry all-wheel drive.
Right now, you can get 0.9% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2021 Camry. Hurry in. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
This is one of the biggest furniture events of the year, the President's Sale at Slumberland. Come on. Slumberland Furniture has the best prices around on all sorts of furniture. And right now at our President's Sale, everything is an additional 25% off our already low price.
This is totally you.
Oh. Yeah, this is the winner. Well, hello, Slumberland.
Get your look for less at the huge President's Sale at Slumberland.
At U.S. Cellular, we believe everyone deserves 5G. Not just New York and L.A., but the millions of people in cities like yours, like Milwaukee, Rock Island, and Des Moines. That's why we're including 5G on all plans, no extra charge. Because everywhere matters, like Economawalk, Claysville, Prineville. U.S. Cellular has included 5G on all plans, no extra charge. Get unlimited data as low as $30 a month. U.S. Cellular.
I was completely satisfied with Gruber Law Offices.
Ralph needed the legal experience of Gruber Law Offices.
Complete satisfaction. It was one call, that's all, and after that, everything was taken care of.
COVID cases are currently headed in the right direction in Wisconsin. What doctors say we need to do to keep them on the decline. And Austin is tracking our weekday forecast. Join us Sunday morning at 6:30.
3 people are dead after a shooting inside a Louisiana gun shop this afternoon. Local authorities say 2 other victims were taken to a hospital in stable condition. Police say it started when a customer entered the store with a loaded gun. That suspected shooter was shot and killed outside the store as he was trying to leave. President Biden has declared a major disaster in Texas as residents continue to struggle in the aftermath of the deadly winter storm. Last week, severe winter weather caused dozens of deaths across the U.S. And in Texas, food and safe drinking water remained in short supply days after the storm. CBS News' Michael George has more.
We're going to roll up our sleeves and go work.
Texas Representative Sylvia Garcia demanded answers as she volunteered at a Houston food bank Saturday with her colleagues, Sheila Jackson Lee and New York's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Texans do not want to go through this again. They want accountability. They want to know why the system failed and, quite frankly, almost broke.
Garcia is calling for an independent investigation into massive power failures after the winter storm left millions in the dark and cold, many lacking food and water.
5 days before the winter storm hit, ERCOT assured that, quote, "We are ready for the cold temperatures coming our way."
Texas Governor Greg Abbott Friday seemed to blame ERCOT, the nonprofit cooperative that manages almost all of the Texas power grid.
We will be looking in Washington for a full federal investigation.
Many Texans remain under advisory to boil tap water before drinking it.
I have no water coming in my home whatsoever. I've got 6 little ones that I need to take care of.
Houston officials are testing water samples.
We'll be able to determine whether or not we have any bacteria growth in the system, and we'll be able to lift that boil water notice as soon as we get the all clear.
Here we go. Mission, Dallas, Texas.
As the weekend arrived, so did help from thousands of miles away. Charity workers from a Jewish organization in New Jersey drove through the night to deliver traditional Friday night Shabbat meals for a Dallas congregation. Michael George, CBS News.
President Biden says he plans to travel to Texas next week, but says he doesn't want to visit to distract from recovery efforts. Let's get a look at your first warned weather with Dana Fulton now. We're expecting some snow.
We are expecting a little bit of snow to build into the area after things were fairly quiet outside today. Now skies are becoming mostly cloudy. The snow chance is still well off to the west. None of that creeping into Wisconsin just yet, but we could see some light snow developing for early Sunday morning. The bulk of it will hold off until the afternoon. Skies overnight becoming mostly cloudy. As we look ahead to early Sunday around 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, we might see a few light flurry areas passing through the area. Notice our temperatures overnight are going to hold pretty steady with this breeze coming in from the southeast and our mostly cloudy sky. We might drop another degree or two, but overall it'll be a pretty steady night with those temps. Not quite as cold outside. Once we get closer to that late morning, noon hour, the light snow building in from the western edge first, and once it does build in, it stays throughout the afternoon and evening. So likely going to see those road conditions just get worse throughout the evening. Also concerned about visibility at times with some of these bands of snow passing through. Temperature wise, we'll be pretty close to freezing, so this is going to be that heavier snow to get shoveled off, unfortunately. It continues through the evening and up until about midnight before things really taper off to flurries. We'll be mostly cloudy overnight heading into Monday, and then for Monday we will get the sunshine back. That's some good news to help with the cleanup effort, but it might take a little bit of time to get all of those nooks and crannies, the rural roads, the back corners of the neighborhood cleaned up early on Monday. Afternoon highs for Monday afternoon will be in the mid-30s. Snowfall totals for this, once the event totally wraps up, really in that 1 to 3 inch range. Some of these bands could bring just a little bit more, and we're likely going to see our highest totals for areas west of Dane County, where it seems like we'll have some steadier snowfall throughout the afternoon and evening, as that's going to take a little more time to build in to the east. So enough snow that, again, we're going to have to get the roads cleaned off. Road conditions tomorrow, not exactly ideal to be out and about, as things will be pretty slick outside, and we'll be concerned about that visibility as the snow is coming down. So it might be a good evening to have some indoor plans. Clearing will also take a little bit of time for us getting the sidewalks and driveways cleared off late in the day tomorrow or early Monday morning. Our temperature trend likely above average. That's the good news as we look 8 to 14 days outlook for folks hoping for a little bit of a warm up. As we look ahead to early March, it does seem likely that our temperature trend will be kicking up just a little bit. Tomorrow mostly cloudy with light snow late in the day. High temperature
temperatures will be close to freezing. Monday, we will be in the mid-30s for afternoon highs with a small chance for some flurries Monday night and again Tuesday night. Otherwise, warmer weather settling in for us. On Tuesday, we'll likely see the low 30s and then high temperatures into next week, and will be ranging pretty close to freezing for us.
All right. It feels good to see some 40s on the board
some
there.
Some double digits even, yeah.
Loving that. Thank you so much, Dana. And coming up, tickets were punched to the state girls basketball tournament. Lake Mills held on to beat Marshall. Zaxon next with sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hey, there's a new cow in town, Whiskow. Crazy good pizza, wings, and custom-made mac and cheese from a new virtual kitchen and your friends at Monk's Barn Grill. For takeout or delivery 7 days a week. Order the goodness today at whiskowpizza.com.
The most important thing in the Chevy Equinox is not forward collision alert or automatic emergency braking. No, the most important thing in the Equinox isn't any of the advanced safety features we've put into it. It's what you put into it. Chevy Safety Assist, standard on every 2021 Chevy Equinox.
Get a $4,000 cash allowance on most 2021 Equinox models. Plus, current Chevy owners with an eligible GM credit card get an additional $1,750 total allowance. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
You may not know them. The coffee shop owner who knows your order. The couple who saves your seats. The family down the street who greets you with a smile. They've been there for you. Now you can be there for them. Donate today and help our friends and neighbors keep their power on.
It's a fact. We use our internet and TV more than ever, with most of us spending nearly 7 hours a day online. So it's no wonder thousands of families are switching to Spectrum, because most families have up to 8 connected devices, which means they need even more speed. Switch to Spectrum Internet and get the fastest starting speeds for the price. 200 megabits for just $44.99 a month, with a free modem and free security suite included. Call 833-546-4499. When it comes to TV, we're watching more than ever. In fact, 80% of us watch TV every day. Spectrum TV lets you catch all your favorite sports, news, and more live. Plus, download the free Spectrum TV app and watch on your devices. Switch to Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-546-4499. The fact is, Spectrum has the best services at the best price. Switch to Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. We'll even buy out your current contract. Call 833-546-4499.
Ready?
No.
No.
Yes, you are. You ready? Yes, you are. Are you ready to go to sleep for real?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Guess what? You get 2 kisses. Very good. And one more for good luck.
Hey, there's a new cow in town, Whiskow. Crazy good pizza, wings, and custom-made mac and cheese from a new virtual kitchen and your friends at Monk's Barn Grill. For takeout or delivery 7 days a week. Order the goodness today at whiskowpizza.com.
The rate matches this season, Wisconsin volleyball really hasn't had any competition, but don't think their dominating play is getting to their heads. The Badgers know how good they are, but they also know how good they can be. They also know how to have some fun, too. UW at Michigan State this afternoon. First set, Sydney Hilly with the back set to Dana Redke, but she hammers it home for the point. So the senior showing the way, and the freshmen were paying attention in this one. Jade Demps gets up to get down for the kill. The freshman Demps had a career-high 8 kills. Badgers take this one in straight sets. Things didn't look so great for the Wisconsin men in Game 1 of their series against Notre Dame. Down 2-0 early in the first, but then the Badgers rallied with 4 straight goals for the win. Game 2 had a familiar rallying feeling for UW. Third period, tied at 3, Badgers on the attack. Cole Caulfield slides it to Linus Weisbach, and he flips it in to put Wisconsin up a goal. 30 seconds to go now. Badgers down 5-4 and looking for some magic in Madison's own. Ty Pelton-Bice comes up huge. His second goal of the day sends it to overtime. Wisconsin, though, would lose in a shootout. Verona trying to win their second straight D1 state hockey title, taking on Hudson. But this summed up the game for the Wildcats. Carter Mears just flings the puck at the net and it goes in. Verona falls in the finals 4-0 to Hudson. Division I state dual championship. Stoughton going at it against Kaukauna at 120 pounds. Chance Suited gets the takedown and then back points to win sudden victory. But the Galloping Ghosts were just too much for the Vikings in this one. Kaukauna won 4 of the next 5 matches to claim the D1 crown. The Division III title is coming home with the Pointers thanks to a Lucas Sullivan major decision in the final match of the duel. Mineral Point took down Coleman 33-32 to win its first state title since 2009. High school girls hoops, Lake Mills taking on Marshall in a D3 sectional final. L-Cats got off to a great start. Ava Wolin spots up and splashes home the triple to put Lake Mills up 14. Now Marshall would battle back. Anna Lutz hits the triple to cut the lead to single digits, and the Cardinals would keep it close the rest of the way, but the L-Cats came up clutch when they needed to. Kayla Will spinning and winning for 2. Lake Mills heads the state with a 6-point win in double overtime. Down in Division IV, Mineral Point hosting Fenimore. Golden Eagles down early, but not going away. Brinley Nelson stops and pops for 2 to cut the lead down to 10. But the Pointers would always answer with a big shot of their own. Emily Cody drills the 3-ball. And then a little later in the half, they work it inside to Blair Waters. She goes up for 2 more. Mineral Point heads the state for the first time since 2016. 65-33 is your final. It was an all 6 Rivers East sectional final between Blackhawk and Albany, and the Lady Warriors started hot. Kylie Marty takes it hard to the rack for 2. Blackhawk jumped out to a 9-point lead. Albany would storm back. Peyton Wachholz gonna dial one up from deep. She hit back-to-back triples to trim that lead to 2. But the Lady Warriors have Bailey Butler, and she can do it all. The 3, part of her game-high 20. Blackhawk heads back to state for the 4th straight year with a 55-39 win. And other local teams moving on to state, Verona in Division I and Reedsburg in Division II. The girls' state tournament starts next Thursday, Amanda, and we have 5 teams going for some state titles.
Yeah, some really exciting games there with the double overtime. Wow.
Yeah, I would hate to, you'd hate to lose in that game, but you reach the sectional finals. I mean, hats off to a great season, especially for this season with COVID and teams not knowing if they can play or not to play.
Yeah, thanks so much, Zach. We'll be right back.
It's the extended President's Day sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or get the Summit Firm for only $189.99. Plus 7 years no interest financing and free shipping. Hurry, the extended President's Day super sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week is new and updated for 2021. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course menu at a special price for dining in at the restaurant or for takeout that you can enjoy at home. Dining with a choice. Don't miss Restaurant Week 2021, February 22nd through the 27th. Additional support provided by Wisconsin Beef Council and E&J Gallo Winery. For Restaurant Week menus and details, visit MadisonMagazine.com.
The Great American Sales Event at your local Ford store has just been extended. Don't miss out on Flex Buy with 0% APR for 66 months plus $1,000 President's Day cash on top of other offers on select SUVs. With added days of deals on America's best-selling brand, now's a great time to buy. Hurry in or shop online before March 1st. Choose Flex Buy in a 2021 Explorer with 0% APR for 66 months plus $1,000 President's Day cash. Hurry, the Great American Sales Event ends soon.
Maintenance fee, ATM fee. Can I hide in your Ford?
Sure, but the Fort fee is 10 cookies.
Psst. Need a place to hide from fees? With a BMO Harris Smart Advantage account, you can get cash with nearly as many fee-free ATMs in the U.S. as the 3 largest banks combined, and no monthly maintenance fee.
Huh, did you hear that? No monthly maintenance fee.
Fort fees are subject to the governing bodies of the Fort.
She did not learn that from me.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. And right now, get a $200 bonus when you open a new BMO Harris Smart Advantage account.
Every year, thousands of Wisconsin residents make the difficult choice between eating or heating their home. So News 3 Now and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund would like to thank all who donated to our Week of Warmth. Your generous gifts of warmth will directly help your neighbors in crisis. For more information about the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund, visit kwwf.org. Week of Warmth for the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund, sponsored by Viridian Homes.
Incomparable design makes it beautiful. State-of-the-art technology makes it brilliant. The Lexus NX with pedestrian detection, lane departure alert, and Amazon Alexa compatibility. Standard. Experience the crossover in its most visionary form.
Lease the 2021 NX300 all-wheel drive for $359 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
It's the extended President's Day sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or get the Summit Firm for only $189.99. Plus 7 years no interest financing and free shipping. Hurry, the extended President's Day super sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
The impact of Act 10 legislation 10 years later, Monday at 10.
Check this out. Scientists have cloned a black-footed ferret that died more than 30 years ago. Here's a photo of Elizabeth Ann. She was born in December in a Colorado lab. Scientists say it's the first time a U.S. endangered species has been cloned. Elizabeth Ann's genes are a replica of a ferret named Willa, who died in 1988. Her remains were frozen. Researchers now want to breed Elizabeth Ann and release her offspring into the wild. Okay, first, baby ferrets didn't realize how cute they were.
Adorable and super cool.
So cute, and that is awesome.
Yeah,
Man, so cool.
Science.
Science.
We do have some snow in the forecast for tomorrow. I don't think it's quite ferret weather outside for us. An alert day in the forecast with 1 to 3 inches of snow expected to build in the afternoon and evening. So we look ahead to the work week. It's going to come along with some sunshine and warmer temperatures. We'll stay above freezing for afternoon highs, likely hitting the low 40s on Tuesday.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.